Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? This is Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here that nobody dare say. Isn't that right, Puppy Parsons, Coogan, the Gad, Judge Jordan, and Juggies Oliver, the Liquor Squad? Pop, pop, bang. Right. The good thing about having worked in the boxing industry for over 6 years, I've still got a lot of names in my phone and I get to hear all sorts. A lot of canaries in boxing. Well, I've just heard a corker here, but the same person told somebody the same story about 4 days ago. So here it is. Tommy Fury has thrown his hat into the ring to fight Anthony Joshua, but they're trying to do it on the quiet. Why, I don't know, but things leak in boxing, don't they? Like Mark Tibbs and the Fishers splitting up within 24 hours of the Lazy Rhino putting Elmer Fudd on Button Moon, up there with the other 100 that Big John Fury put up there from his bare knuckle days. You all remember that, don't we? Big John Fury, the head of the Fury bare knuckle family. Oh my God. Well, little Tommy Fumbles, he's thrown his hat into the mix and he's got a win over Jake Paul. So what is Tommy Fury doing wrong? I know we've given Tommy Fury some stick on here because he talks a good game, doesn't he? But you've got to understand that travellers, they're fetched up a little bit different to the rest of us. We're known as gorgers. They're travellers, or whatever you want to call them. They're a bit more cunning than us. Now, Tommy's 11 and 0. Tommy Fury. 11 and 0. And he's got 3 knockouts on his record. And they're all against men with losing records. But he's 11 and 0 as a professional, right? But Tommy is going around the houses saying, well, why should Jake Paul get the Anthony Joshua fight when I've beat Jake Paul already? And I can see where Tommy Fury is coming from here. We have to all be fair in how we broadcast the boxing news and gossip and whatever's happening and predictions and giving our opinion. Tommy Fury is 11 and 0, 26-year-old. Now, he's walking around over 14 stone 4. So technically, he's a bridgerweight, but we don't really count that division, do we, just yet? You know, Lawrence Okolie won a WBC, but he ended up belting straight away, didn't he? We don't really count, or more or less, we don't really count that belt yet because there's only really one commission dealing with it. So if you're over 14 stone 4, you're a heavyweight, aren't you? Tommy doesn't have to make weight. He's saying, well, I don't have to make weight if I fight Joshua. I can just pump up. Now, Tommy's a 6-footer. He's walking around about 15 clem. Tommy could easily put two Clementines on, get up to 17 stone, and get stuck in there with Joshua. But what level is Tommy Fury? Now, I say Tommy Fury is, I'd say he's area level, right? I'd say Anthony Joshua is now not world level. I wouldn't say he's European level either. He's just been beat by John Coffey, who probably overindulged on all that cornbread he's got in fridge at home now that he's got a few quid. But I'd say Anthony Joshua is English level. I don't think he beats David Adelaide, Anthony Joshua. I think he's that shot and frightened to let his hands go. They're holding on to him because of name value and commercial value and mainly what he's achieved in the sport. But if you was really to go through Anthony Joshua's CV, he's got more holes in it than Swiss cheese and Biggie Smalls Cadillac Escalade. So when you look at Joshua's CV, yeah, he's got 6 wins over world champions. 6. Charlie Martin, his first win over a world champion, but he had the belt by default, didn't he? And it was Tyson Fury's belt. He's got a win over Vladimir. who were in his 42nd year, coming off 18 months on the couch after Fury schooled him in a stinker. Life and death with Vladimir. He's got a win over Parker, who were a paper champion, and I thought Ruiz beat him in his own town. He's got a win over Povetkin, a former regular. He's got a win over Andy Ruiz, who beat him first time, a fat man. He's got a win over Pulev, who was a future regular champion after Joshua beat him. And that's it, basically. Pulev was his last decent win. That was 2020. It's now 25 August. That's 5 years. 5 weeks, a long time in boxing to end up on Skid Row if you don't look after yourself. You mind 5 years. Since then, Joshua's been filled in by Usyk twice. He's had stinkers against Franklin. Elenius and Walling were his sparring partners. He stopped them. Ongano were in his second fight as a pro. And then he got lit up and put on Button Moon with George Groves and Johnny Fisher, and then 100 that John Fury knocked out ice cold on the hard road in bare knuckle fights. Let me just say this to you. Punching a junkie who owes money to somebody when you're in a pub and the junkie is not looking because he's out his face, John Fury, that does not mean it is a bare knuckler. That is not a bare knuckler punching somebody in the back of the head when they stood at the bar ordering a drink. That's not a bare knuckler, John. But Tommy Fury is in order, isn't he? Telling the chosen few that he should be fighting Joshua. He's already beat Jake Paul. Yes, he did beat Jake Paul. So why is Tommy not in the mix to get in there with Big Meech? Because his stepbrother won't get in there with him, will he? Hey, Tyson Fury don't want to go anywhere near Joshua. So why not leave it to Tommy to fight Joshua? And if Tommy gets filled in, then Tyson will want to stick up for his stepbrother, won't he, and fill Big Meech in. So if that's the angle that they're going for now, Eddie Hills, the 7-0 Iceman from Billericay, 5 by way of, but no footage. And his dad's had a production company 45 years. Matchroom's been going longer since what? Steve Davis, 1978. He's had his own production company going since 1980. So where's the footage of his only son punching people up, ripping through the super heavyweight division as a 19-year-old? It doesn't exist. Well, like I've just said there, Anthony Joshua, his CV, it's a bit like Fury's has got loads of holes in it like Swiss cheese. But commercially, he does the business, doesn't he? Joshua. So, but he's coming up 36. He's got 9 years older than Tommy. But Tommy's not bothered. He's going to get paid, isn't he? So if Tommy's going to be the sacrificial lamb, I can understand that. But why not Huey? Why not Huey against Big Meech? Now, if Big Meech wants to take over, because Huey's not going to put bums on seats like Tommy, is he? He's commercially not viable. Tommy's commercially viable, isn't he? So I think it's a fight, isn't it? It's pay-per-view, but we all saying we can see Jake Paul and Joshua fighting. Well, like I've just said there, Tommy's got a win over Jake Paul, hasn't he? Tommy Fury's got a win over Jake Paul. So if Tommy gets the fight, it's tough at the top, isn't it? For Jake Paul. Tommy's deserving of it. If Jake Paul's deserving, Tommy's. Look, the pair of them don't deserve a Joshua fight, right? And if they do, it shouldn't be pay-per-view because Joshua's shot to shit. They don't put him near anybody. But I can see why they're having secret talks with Tommy Fury and his old man, Big John, big fighting man, in the ring or on the hard road. MI5 are watching me from the moon. I beat an Irish champion in 1992 for £100,000. Forgot the man's name. £100,000. Iced him, I did. He's on Button Moon. But Tommy, 11-0. What's he got? 4 knockouts. 4 knockouts he's got. 11-0 with 4 knockouts. So it is 36% knockout ratio. Joshua's at 90%. So Tommy's going to be up against it, but he's going to get paid, isn't he? If he gets flopped in round 1, his stepbrother will jump in ring and then they'll make the Joshua fight. So that's where it's heading. So all I'm doing is just reporting on what I've been told by a very good source. And I don't mean Daddy's brand source or HP so Tutti Frutti. I mean a very good source in the industry. All right. And like I said, if they can give it Jake Paul, why not Tommy Fumbles? Go on, pop, pop, bang. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. I'm just about to put a part 10, sorry, a 10-parter with Kent out. So that's going to be going up members area tonight. A 10-parter there, and I think it's about 2 hours worth of footage of 10 different topics with Kent from Belfast, my wingman. He's been with Porky's Corner from the beginning. He's not a backstabber. So you don't come on my channel and say, yeah, man in the mirror moment and all that rubbish. He's a man of his word. Go on, booyaka. And P.S., all them people keep emailing me and telling me about boxing. It's a better sport because there's coppers in the sport. How can it be a better sport with police in it? I get you to see what goes on behind the scenes. Why would boxing people allow the police into the sport, eh? We've got enough of them at the border control, haven't we? So, and these trainers like Sugar Hill and YouTubers that are in the sport, that are coppers or ex-coppers or whatever, I don't agree with it. That's just my opinion, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's a free-for-all and it's a free country. So I'm not having a dig there at PC Gully or Sugar Hill, but it's just my opinion. Les Potts at the board and whatnot. So, all right. So keep the emails coming, though. It's nice to know that you're thinking about me. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. I better get this 10-parter out there with Kent in between Big Richard coming on and Yaz. All right. Ryan will be coming on. Big shout out to Peter De Freitas. I hope you're well, Peter, and having your cancer treatment. Big shout out to Joe Gallagher. I hope you're well, Joe. Now that you've had some more chemo, stop cancelling the chemo, Joe. Just to go and open the gym. Message to Morris. Morris, stop letting Joe Gallagher in that gym. All right, when he should be up resting. All right, be told, Joe. That's about it. Go on, peace out. Don't forget to click the link in the comments section. It's pinned up there. It'll take you straight to Human Nutrients website. Go and treat yourself. Okie dokie. All right. Nice to be thought of from Human Nutrients. I'll put my time in, and I. Whoa, pop, pop, bang! Right, we'll get these uploaded on and Big Richard on. Peace out.